चलो, major current affairs news other than the fact that India won T20 World Cup. Huh? India won, so somebody should have lost. Fair. Other than things related to the T20 World Cup. अरे वाह, 3 पोजीशन आगे आ गए. सिर्फ 125 कंट्रीज हैं अपने आगे. फिर पोर्श केस वाले को बेल मिल गई. हाउ इज दैट? होल्ड ऑन, हाउ इज दैट रेलेवेंट? हाँ, न्यूज है बट दैट्स नॉट रेलेवेंट. आगे बोलो. हाँ, but vice, it's okay unless it's a very very major thing. It's okay to know that, but vice. So what else? Huh? तो क्या है उसका? जनरल सेक्रेटरी ऑफ नेटो. ओके. व्हाट एल्स? कहाँ के हैं? ये अपना न्यूज देख के इमीडिएटली बाजू में कहाँ के हैं? नेदरलैंड्स अकॉर्डिंग टू हर. फिर व्हाट एल्स? ओम बिरला स्पीकर ऑफ द लोकसभा. देन स्पेस में बहुत कुछ हुआ था. Okay. What else? So
first session of the Lok Sabha.
First session of which Lok Sabha? And what happened in that? ओथ तो लेना ही है. उसके अलावा any major bills passed or motions? Okay. Then
मोदी और राहुल गांधी का हैंडशेक किया.
हाँ,
मोदी और राहुल गांधी का हैंडशेक हुआ.
वाह. हाँ. ओ जनता शांति. हाँ, इंटरनेशनल. पढ़ के तो मैं भी सुना होगा यार. हाँ, तो लिख के एग्जाम में तो चिट नहीं लेके जाने वाली है. लिखने से याद होना चाहिए. याद से बोलेंगे तो मतलब होता है. नोट्स बना के भूल जाओ तो मतलब क्या है फिर नोट्स बनाने का? हाँ, बट किस रिलेटेड इंफॉर्मेशन है वो तो पता होना चाहिए. तो स्पेस रिलेटेड कुछ था. हाँ, एडीबी होता क्या है? हेडक्वार्टर कहाँ पे है? हाँ, मनीला इज इन विच कंट्री? अरे वाह. चलो, let's take a look at what I have put together and वेलकम लेट टू द पार्टी. पहले मैं डिस्क्लेमर दे चुका हूँ. वर्ल्ड कप T20 2024 के कोई न्यूज मेरे को नहीं सुनने हैं अभी, बिकॉज स्टार्टिंग में एवरीबडी वाज लाइक जीत गया हमारा कैंप, जीत गया.
सबका हार्ट हिट हो गया इंडियन.
चलो, न्यूज रेलेवेंट टू ऑल ऑफ अस, एटलीस्ट यू गाइज. मेरे भी रेलेवेंट है. हाँ, कल से नया लॉ कोड्स इंप्लीमेंट हो रहे हैं. बट मोर देन दैट, एज स्टूडेंट्स, from 21st of June 2024, the Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Act has come into force. This act has been moving on since February. हाँ?
बोल रहा है एनटीए वाले को बता
एनटी वालों को तो पता ही है. On 9th of February 2024, the Parliament passed this bill, and the enactment of the act will come into effect from 21st of June 2024. And the so-called purpose of the bill is to curb malpractices and irregularities in competitive exams. So any entrance examination which you are planning to give will now technically be overseen by this particular act. अभी तक अगर एग्जाम में चीटिंग करते थे तो there was no specific act under which punishments could be given, but now there is an act under which the punishments will be given, theoretically speaking. So what do you think should come under the act? What all do you think will come under the act?
उम्र क्या है?
सजा से पहले गुनाह के बारे में सीखें कि क्या क्या गुनाह डिफाइन किए गए हैं.
पैसे के पास उम्र क्या है
बहन अभी मैं बकर कर रहा था कि सजा देने से पहले गुनाह को डिफाइन कर लें. उम्र कैद, फांसी दे दो.
पेपर चीटिंग इन एग्जाम
सर अगर कोई कंप्यूटर वेट पे जाता हो
So let's see what all things have been defined as offenses, and then of course the penalties. हाँ. Public Exam Unfair Means Act 2024 enacted 21st June. Bill passed 9th Feb. बस इतना ही है. Don't tell me you're writing the entire thing. Just the name of the act and the dates. Public Examination Prevention of Unfair Means Act 2024. 9th Feb was date of passing it, and 21st June is the date from which it comes into force. That means it has already been in force for about 10 days now. Done. So what are the offenses and penalties? Number one, leakage of question paper and answer keys. लीक करोगे तो सजा मिलेगी. बट एनटीए वाले आप बोल रहे हो, डू यू हैव एनी प्रूफ दैट उन्होंने लीक किया है? हाँ. Hold on. How are so many AIR ones a definitive proof that the paper got leaked? 67 people got AIR 1 originally. How? Okay, hold on.
तू और मैं दोनों अगर अच्छा पढ़े
Hold on. Who is the current Prime Minister of India? Cheat. She knew the right answer. She's cheating in the exam. How is it proof that 67 people getting all answers correct means that the paper is leaked? Show me a definitive proof of that. क्या?
आप बिहार पुलिस की तरफ से स्टेटमेंट आया है कि पेपर लीक हुआ था.
पर एनटीए ने किया पुलिस
की तरफ से स्टेटमेंट आया है, कोर्ट की तरफ से जजमेंट आया है. केस तो मैं तेरे पे भी ठोक दूंगा कि पूरा एनटीए का पेपर इसी ने लीक किया है और कल न्यूज़पेपर में मैं छपवा दूंगा. इज दैट डेफिनेटिव प्रूफ दैट पेपर लीक हुआ है? सो जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ थिंग्स कोर्ट्स ऑल्सो कैनॉट टेक कॉग्निजेंस ऑफ फैक्ट्स. Right. So let's not get into speculation of things. हुआ है नहीं हुआ है वो बात की बात है. The point is, the act now says that if definitive proof happens, then for what offenses do we need the proofs? One, leakage of question papers or answer keys. Second, assisting candidates in an unauthorized manner. Third, ringing of mobile phones in classrooms, punishable as death penalty. होना चाहिए. Third is tampering with computer systems, because a lot of these examinations are now conducted online. So any tampering with the systems will also be considered an offense. Creating fake websites. Huh? Creating fake websites for dissemination of information or for getting publishing of results or for just website saying that यहाँ पे paper download हो सकता है एग्जाम के पहले, whatever, but any fake website related है क्या? जितना लोग लॉ में सोच सकते हैं उससे ज्यादा क्रिमिनल सोचते हैं। ऐसी चीजों के वेबसाइट बनते हैं।
ऐसा बहुत से आता।
क्या तुम लोगों ने वेबसाइट बनाया था?
नहीं।
हाँ
मिले कैसे वेबसाइट?
हाँ एग्जैक्टली।
अब नहीं मिलेंगे सब।
बेटा लॉ तो ये भी कहता है कि किसी का मर्डर नहीं होना चाहिए, तो जिस दिन से लॉ पास है उस दिन से कभी मर्डर ही नहीं हुआ है। काश ऐसा होता कि लॉ पास करने के बाद गुनाह नहीं होंगे। ओके, कंडक्टिंग फेक एग्जामिनेशंस itself will be now a punishable offense, and manipulating any exam logistics, anything related seat numbers, अभी रिसेंटली नीट का हुआ था तब बिहार से ये भी तो क्लेम आया था कि मेरे 300 एंड समथिंग मेरे भी इतने सारे मार्क्स थे। एक पटेल कर की लड़की थी, मेरा नीट मेरा ओमा शीट फाड़ डाला ने ब्ला 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 ब्ला।
300 मार्क्स निकले थे, वो कह रही थी 700
करो जल्द से। एंड द सेम फीमेल apparently allegedly has also claimed during COVID that she was part of the team that has cured COVID. Allegedly. हाँ बिल्कुल। क्यों आंसर की के साथ छेड़छाड़ क्यों नहीं हो सकता? कैसे नहीं हो सकता?
मतलब ये वाले पार्ट में
क्या आंसर की को लीक करना, ओरिजिनल आंसर की को कोई भी छेड़छाड़ करोगे, एनीथिंग रिलेटेड टू द एग्जाम छेड़छाड़ करोगे, पता कि कोई प्लान था क्या तेरा करने का? अच्छा ऐसे पूछ रहा टेंशन में आके तो हाँ।
ये बस स्टूडेंट्स को अप्लाई होता है या कोई भी किसी को भी अप्लाई होता है?
And it does not specify it applies to whom, which means it is applicable to any person caught doing any of this. हाँ तो मैंने कब कहा सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स के लिए अप्लाई होता है? He did not say सर ये सिर्फ स्टूडेंट्स के अप्लाई होता है। He said सर स्टूडेंट्स का अप्लाई होता है बिकॉज ऑब्वियसली कुछ प्लान कर रहा होगा, अकॉर्डिंग टू 67 ऑनलाइन है तो चीट किया होगा टाइप्स मेंटालिटी। हाँ
Will the student also be punished if like someone leaked the paper to the student? Will the student also be punished the same punishment?
Let me apply a logic. रिश्वत देना गुनाह है और रिश्वत लेना गुनाह है इंडिया में।
बेच दिया पूछे बिना तो
क्या
मतलब मैंने लीक किया पेपर,
हाँ।
इसने मांगा नहीं क्योंकि मैंने इसको बेच दिया, तो
तू उसको अगर बेच रही है तो वो तेरे से खरीद रही है, राइट?
फोटो बेच दिया, पैसे नहीं लिए,
बेच दिया,
फोटो बेच दिया और बोल देगी
Did she use it to her advantage?
पढ़ा हो तो उसने, हमें कैसे पता पढ़ा है या नहीं पढ़ा?
Why do you think lawyers charge so much of money in the courts?
But what is the level of punishment?
हाँ
The level of punishment.
बेटा अभी तो लॉ पास हुआ है, तू एक काम कर, इस बार तू कांड कर, तेरे को अरेस्ट करवाते हैं, फिर कोर्ट प्रेसिडेंट सेट करेगा कि कैसे अप्लाई होगा, फिर पता चले। अभी तो लॉ पास हुआ है, होने तो दो पहले पूरा इनैक्ट। चलो डन छे, वेरी गुड। सो क्वेश्चंस, व्हाट इज द नेम ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर कंडक्टिंग द कॉमन लॉ एडमिशन टेस्ट? हाँ या सो अगर लॉ एस्पिरेंट्स को नहीं ये पता तो बिकॉज यू आर गोइंग टू गो टू द ऑफिशियल वेबसाइट ऑफ दिस इन अगस्त में फॉर्म्स बाहर निकलेंगे। सो इट इज द कंसोर्शियम ऑफ NLUs, which is the central body which conducts the CLAT exam. Okay. Which constitutional body of India is responsible for conducting the direct recruitment of officers to All India Services and Central Civil Services? The Union Public Service Commission. Which of the following examinations are conducted by the National Testing Agency? Has anyone from here visited the official NTA website? Please go and see. You will get the details of the hundreds of examinations that they conduct, which includes the Common University Entrance Test, the JEE for Hotel Management, and the entrance exam for National Institute of Fashion Technology, among others. There is a huge list of examinations which they conduct, among which all the three of them are included. Okay. NTA, National Testing Agency, was established in which year? So 2017 was the year when NTA was established. Okay. Last time ये news आया था and everybody was blah 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 blah. So let's put it up. There was a collision at Rangapani of trains, which was the Kanchenjunga Express, which highlighted the necessity for enhanced safety measure. This is not the important part because collisions sadly होते रहेंगे. What is important is Kavach. So Kavach is the name of a cab signaling train control system with anti-collision features, which has been developed by the Research, Design and Standards Organization along with 3 Indian vendors. Kavach is the name of the automatic system which is designed for detection and prevention of collisions on Indian railway systems. Only a criminal would be worried about the penalties for breaking the law. क्या करेगा जान के? Unfortunately, they did not make me a part of the committee. वरना मेरा तो guaranteed सजाए मौत नहीं. उमर कैद would make them write a maths examination every single day. My torture systems are beyond crazy. So I know how to exactly torture every single individual. हाँ, क्या नीट वाले क्या?
जो लोग को मैथ्स है
उनको तो डबल. जिन्होंने मैथ्स लिया उन्होंने एटलीस्ट पार्शियली वॉलंटरीली लिए, जिन्होंने नहीं लिया उनके लिए डबल टॉर्चर. और एग्जाम में बुरे मार्क्स आएंगे तो डंडे. वरना लोग बोले हाँ मैथ्स हम तो बस टाइम पास करेंगे ना, डंडे. ओके सो हाँ
फुल मार्क्स से पास हो गए तो छोड़ दोगे?
नहीं, रिपीट नहीं हुआ उसके डंडे. हाँ एंड डंडे तो पढ़ने ही है, तुमको तो पढ़ने ही है. मेहनत नहीं किया उसके डंडे. टॉर्चर 100% होने वाला. और फिर तुम्हारे सारे स्कोर्स को सोशल मीडिया पे पोस्ट किया जाएगा तुम्हारे सर्कल्स में. देख पता था कैसे, मैं बोला ना, मैं जानता हूँ कहाँ पे हिट करना है.
सर वो चलेगा, रिलेटिव्स को मत.
What did I mean by social circles? और हर बार तुम्हारी चाची बुआ फोन करेगी रोज पे, बेटा क्या हुआ, स्कोर कितना आया? मैं बोला ना टॉर्चर किंग हूं मैं. चलो नेक्स्ट, रिगार्डिंग कवच, डिटेल्स ऑफ कवच. सो this is adopted as the National Automatic Train Protection System. Kavach is the name, but the technical name is the National ATP system or the National Automatic Train Protection System. क्या जितना भी चले तेरे पे नहीं आएगा क्योंकि तो उसके नीचे बैठी है. Ever heard of the expression दिया तले अंधेरा? उसका modern version is AC तले गर्मी. You have to sit in the flow of the AC to expect it. नहीं, जहां पे बैठना है वहां पे एसी को घुमाना जरूरी है, हम नहीं घूमेंगे. Okay. There is something called Safety Integrity Level 4 standards. Just like, I don't know whether you're aware of cars, but there are Bharat Safety Standards, the BS standards for emissions and other things which the cars are supposed to follow. Similarly, for railways and stuff, there is something called the Safety Integrity Level 4 standards. What it basically does is it constantly monitors the signal system, and if there's a red signal, which means stop, and they're approaching a red signal, it will give the warning to the loco-pilot. Loco-pilot is basically what you call the driver of the train. So if a red signal is being approached, then the loco-pilot will be alerted. And if the loco-pilot does not respond and the train tries to overshoot the signal, the train will be automatically stopped. So it basically checks the alertness level of the driver. If the driver is alert, that means they have to give they have to do something in the train so that the system knows that the pilot is paying attention. If not, it will automatically stop the train and send a signal to the rearby that it has stopped. And of course, inquiry hogi fir. During emergency situations, it will also relay an SOS message. An SOS is an emergency signal. Cell phones now have the SOS feature. Many cars have SOS features where an automatic message goes to the relevant authorities. So part of the Kavach system is also for trains. SOS does not stand for Save Our Souls, although that is what many people believe. The reason why it is SOS is because it is the easiest thing to transmit under Morse code. S is dot dot dot, O is dash dash dash. So dot 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 dash 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 dot 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 is the easiest thing to remember in Morse signal. That's why they selected it. Then it became popular as Save Our Souls. But it does not officially stand for Save Our Souls. It is just an easy way to, it is a distress signal in Morse code. That's it. Morse code क्या होता है पूछ रही है? You thought Morse code was blinking? No. Blinking से भी कर सकते हैं. What Morse code is that? First of all, how many of you know what is a Morse code? Okay. Many people are not aware of what Morse code system is. Okay. So Morse code is a way of sending messages where the English alphabet and relevant characters are translated into a system of dots and dashes. Right? So dot and dash के combination से ABCD पूरा होता है. So one dot, two dots and a dash. The entire thing is coded. When telegrams used to be sent, and before I proceed further, do you know what a telegram was? Because now it doesn't exist now. But telegram जब भेजना होता था, so you send electric signals where a short beep is a dot and a long beep is a dash. So experts, they just tick 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 tick. They could send the entire message in the forms of dots and dashes.
Morse code के अंदर numbers भी आते हैं ना?
A lot of things come under that, right? Because ABCD is not enough. So characters, special characters, everything was is a part of that. But now mostly Morse code is not used much, except armies use it. So you can use your eyes to blink. You just need two systems, one dot and one dash. You can use light flashes for that. So Morse code is a system of messaging using dots and dashes. That's it. You can blink, you can use any signal. Okay. And there will be a centralized live monitoring of the train movements through a network monitor system. Almost 50,000 plus kilometers is expected to be covered. However, the covered system is barely covering less than 1% of the system now. Everything is in plan, but it has not been implemented across. It is expensive and they're trying to implement it across. Okay. Done. Now, how many zones are, first of all, do you know the zones, any zones in the Indian Railways? Right? You have the Central Railways, Western Railways. जैसे गुजरात के ट्रेन में जाओगे, गुजरात, how many of you have traveled by train? Okay. अमीर लोग होंगे इस प्लेन में ट्रैवल कर रहे होंगे, मेरे जैसे गरीब नहीं. So when you go on, if you ever visit a railway station and watch the trains, उसपे WR लिखा होता है. That is Western Railways. So that is one of the zones under Indian Railways. So like that, total how many zones are there under Indian Railways? 18 of them. There are total 18 zones under Western Railways. Western, Eastern, Northern, Central, and lot others. So the total 18 zones in which Indian Railways are divided. Okay. Where was the first metro rail started in India? Kolkata. Okay. Who was the first female rail minister of India? It was Mamata Banerjee. Huh? Railway Minister of India, not a state of the country. तुक्का दूर का तुक्का था. Okay. Which country has the longest railway network? US. Longest network. I did not ask the longest railway track, which is the Trans-Siberian Railways, which you are thinking about. Overall railways का total length longest किसका है पूछ रहा हूं मैं. What you thought of the Trans-Siberian Railway was the single longest railway track, which is the Trans-Siberian network. But the overall size of railways connected, highest is US. Okay. Which station has the longest platform in India? रेलवे प्लेटफॉर्म सबसे लंबा वाला कहां पे है? It used to be Kharagpur and then it was overtaken by Gorakhpur now. Gorakhpur in India has India's longest railway platform. I'm surprised अभी तक नहीं मालूम है. हाँ 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 हाँ. कौन सा? यूपी साइड, नॉर्थ. खड़गपुर वेस्ट बंगाल. हाँ बहुत. स्टेशन का नाम नहीं पता और बहन को लेंथ चाहिए. बोलूंगा याद 10 मिनट के बाद याद रहेगा अगर लेंथ बताया तो. हाँ. चलो. बिफोर ओम बिरला we had a pro tem speaker in the parliament. The moment the parliament established, you cannot have any session without a speaker. And now the speaker had to be elected, which means there has to be a temporary speaker. So Bhartruhari Mahtab was appointed as the pro tem speaker of the 18th Lok Sabha, and he was administered oath by the President of India. Because the oath to all the members is administered by the speaker. But for a temporary purpose, you have to create a pro tem speaker. So Bhartruhari Mahtab was appointed as the pro tem speaker. Temporary. The important part here is, it is the 18th Lok Sabha. And Article 95 Part 1 of the Constitution is the section and article under which this appointment is done. And it has been a tradition that usually the speaker gets elected uncontested, but not this time. I think this is the 4th or 5th time that there has been a election process required. But usually they just get appointed without contest. Okay. Pro tem, the meaning of the word pro tem literally translates as for the time being or temporary. Now, tradition says that whoever is the senior most member of the house will usually be the pro tem speaker. But it is only a tradition. It's not a legal requirement. Traditionally speaking, that's why you will find some random person as the pro tem speaker. It's usually the oldest person. Or the senior most member. So it's not necessarily age, but the longest serving member will be the person. Huh? ना 90 की एज में पहली बार इलेक्शन लड़ा तो I may be the oldest person but not the senior most. Seniority would be according to the amount of time you have spent. Seniority doesn't necessarily mean age. A young person who has served, let us say, 5 terms and a very old man who has just been elected for the first time. Seniority तो service के हिसाब से होती है, age के हिसाब से नहीं. Okay. The moment the new speaker gets elected, the office of the pro tem speaker is automatically out. So it's only a temporary measure till the permanent speaker gets appointed. Now, the duties of the pro tem speaker is simply to preside over the first sitting of the Lok Sabha and to administer oath to the newly elected MPs. That's it. The pro tem speaker usually has only one duty. The pro tem speaker's only duty usually is to whoever has been elected to that Lok Sabha, they administer the oath. And oath taking में भी बड़े स्यापे हुए इस बार. Okay. And to conduct the vote for the speaker and deputy speaker and floor test. Finding out whether there is enough majority of the party for them to be given the office. Right? So you will hear the word floor test, that a floor test is conducted, which basically is to check whether the party has majority support of the house. That's a floor test. Okay. Done? Chalo. Minimum age to become member of the Lok Sabha is 25 years. From which country was the concept of fundamental duties? Duties. कल ही किया था. कौन थे? और फिर भी जवाब तो नहीं आया. Emergency provisions in Indian Constitution. And what was the name of the Constitution of Germany from which we have? It's called the German Weimar Constitution. Okay. Who was the Prime Minister of India when emergency was declared? Who's known as the father of the Lok Sabha? He's called the father of the Constitution, not the father of the Lok Sabha. He was the president of the Constituent Assembly, not father. G.V. Mavlankar, who was the first speaker of the Lok Sabha, is considered the father of Lok Sabha. G.V. Mavlankar. इतना कॉन्फिडेंटली गलत जवाब देते हैं ना हम लोग. Okay. The Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, or SIPRI. Happiness Index. This was nuclear arsenals. It released a report about the increased risk and instability with modernization and expansion of nuclear arsenals worldwide. So the only thing you need to write is SIPRI is the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, and the report is about nuclear warheads. So SIPRI is an independent international institute which researches the conflict, armament, arms control and disarmament. Armament is when the countries decide to build the weapons. Disarmament is when the countries decide to remove the existing weapons. This is an independent institute which researches कितने world में कितने weapons हैं, कितनों ने नया बनाया, कितनों ने पुराना निकाला. US is among the foremost countries which is trying for disarmament. No. Disarmament is countries should not have nuclear weapons. And wants everybody to sign something called the Comprehensive Ban and Test Ban Comprehensive Ban on Nuclear Weapons ka CTBT karke there is a treaty which it wants everybody to sign except itself. सब हथियार नीचे डालेंगे मेरे लिए. Okay. So obviously this was established in Stockholm 1966. Sweden 1966 was also around the time when Cold War was happening, and the entire arms race between Russia, then USSR and USA for development of nuclear things. 1940s mein, they already had the nuclear bomb because 1945 mein, the bomb was dropped. But then USA and USSR were in the arms race to develop maximum number of weapons. So then obviously institutes also came up to research ke kya chal raha hai. What it does is this institute SIPRI, it provides data analysis and recommendations based on open sources to policymakers, researchers, media and whoever is interested in the public. It simply gives information regarding, it does not have any control, it can only give recommendations. Okay. Now, according to this report, there are total 9 nuclear armed states, and all these states are continuing to modernize their nuclear arsenals. So the 9 countries which have nuclear weapons include US, Russia, UK, France, China, India, Pakistan, North Korea and Israel. These are the only 9 countries which have nuclear capabilities right now. Huh? और चाहिए क्या? इतनों के पास है. और किसके हाथ में चाहिए? साउथ कोरिया का? हाँ? Do you think Japan will ever want a nuclear weapon? It is the only country which has suffered a nuclear attack. After World War II, they morally will be against it. You are literally talking about. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, yes. And more than anything, certain countries may not have developed their indigenous weapons, but would have got weapon technology from other sources for them to maintain strategic positioning here. I'm not going to name any countries, but certain countries are supplied the technology for things. Okay. among all the weapons, Russia and USA have 90% of all the weapons. बाकी न्यूक्लियर पावर बोलते हैं लेकिन खुद्दू अमाउंट ऑफ वेपन्स हाथ में होता है. 90% of the weapons are just with Russia and US. China is the fastest developing nuclear power. They increased from 410 to 500 by Jan 2024. Maximum development is being done by China now. North Korea has got 50 warheads and they have got enough material to create up to 90 warheads. Bombs. क्या वो हैप्पी हो रही है? फिर okay, how many do you think US has? The number is more than 10,000. The number is greater than 10,000. करो जल्द से. 500 की कैपेबिलिटी तो चाइना के पास है और 100 बोल रही है. बेटा US and Russia are the 90% stakeholders. तो अज्यूमिंग के बाकी का पूरा 10% चाइना के पास है तो 10% बराबर 500 तो 90% बराबर 4,500. इसीलिए बोलते हैं मैथ्स पढ़ना जरूरी होता है. हाउ कैन द नंबर ऑफ यूएस बी 100? थोड़ा सा फिगर डेटा इंटरप्रिटेशन करना सीखो. ओके क्या हुआ?
जहाँ पे मटेरियल्स पड़े होंगे और वो बॉम्ब बनाने के वहाँ पे तो बॉम्ब डाल देते हैं.
How does a nuclear bomb work? Let's assume that uranium and thorium are the elements required for creation of bomb. आपको लगता है बॉम्ब ऐसा होता है कि जहां पे यूरेनियम पड़ा है वहां पे आग लगा दिया तो फूटेगा सुतली बॉम्ब की तरह? It doesn't work like that. Technology doesn't, I mean, nuclear technology doesn't work like जहां पे है वहां पे बॉम्ब डाल दिया. And you're talking about destroying the place so that nobody can make it. So my question is, simple line, who will bell the cat? कौन करेगा? Who will destroy that place? US करेगा और बाकी सब बैठे रहेंगे. अरे हाँ अब बॉम्ब डालो हम लोग. Do you know in nuclear warfare there is a term called MAD? MAD. Any war will follow the principle of MAD, which means mutually assured destruction. चालू तुम करोगे खत्म सब होंगे. That it is a war policy called MAD. थर्ड वर्ल्ड वॉर अभी इसीलिए लोग घबरा रहे हैं बिकॉज एवरीबडी विल फॉलो द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ म्यूचुअली अश्योर्ड डिस्ट्रक्शन. चालू तुम करोगे खत्म सब करेंगे. द वर्ल्ड वोंट एग्जिस्ट. हाँ वर्ल्ड. हाँ एंड think the remaining 7 nuclear powers will let that happen? How many bombs does it take? Oh, hold on. Just having 90% of the bombs does not mean that the remaining 10% is not enough. It does not take more than one bomb to blast an entire city. मुंबई को उड़ा दो. इंडिया में मैं बोलता हूं मुंबई, चेन्नई, कैलकाटा एंड दिल्ली को डिस्ट्रॉय कर दो. डू यू नीड एनी मोर डिस्ट्रक्शन टू डिस्ट्रॉय दिस कंट्री? इट्स मैडनेस व्हाई दे हैव ओवर 10,000 वेपन्स. इट डजंट टेक दोस मेनी वेपन्स टू डिस्ट्रॉय द वर्ल्ड. वो तो बना है, पागलपन है. दैट्स व्हाई द नेम इटसेल्फ इज गिवन एज मैड बिकॉज इट्स म्यूचुअली अश्योर्ड डिस्ट्रक्शन. ओके लेट्स देखें कि इंडिया एंड पाकिस्तान के हाथ में क्या है. India has got 172 nuclear heads and Pakistan has got 170. Till recent Jan, Pakistan had more warheads than India. It's only in Jan 2024 that we went ahead of them and we are at 6th position. Huh? तू खुद के चाकू से बाजू वाली को मार, मैं दुकान के खरीदे हुए चाकू से उसको मारूंगा, मरेगी तो वही ना. डज इट, इज इट अ मैटर ऑफ प्राइड that we have self-developed bombs, or is it a matter of concern that everybody has got bombs? How does it matter who has created the bomb? The point is who has got a trigger. Trigger किसके हाथ में है?
पाकिस्तान के पास इतना पैसा है कि सर खरीद सकते हैं, तो डेवलप नहीं हो रहा है।
हाँ,
पाकिस्तान has this much money कि सब खरीद के ले आ रहे हैं,
हाँ,
तो डेवलप क्यों नहीं कर रहे खुद को उसकी जगह?
यही सवाल पाकिस्तान की आवाम, पाकिस्तान के मिलिट्री एंड गवर्नमेंट को भी पूछे तो मजा आए. Okay, now there is something which many of you seem to be missing. Hold on. Not every bomb is the same. A 1 kiloton bomb and a 100 kiloton bomb numerically will be considered one bomb. But one bomb of 1 kiloton is not the same as one bomb of 100 kilotons. So not every bomb that every person has the same capability. So unke 100 bomb or inke 100 bomb is not equal to each other. Huh? Let's consider that. What do you think? What do you think? 17 साल का एक लौंडा अगर ये सोच सकता है, तो जो मिलिट्री में इतने तुर्रम खान बैठे हैं, उन्होंने सब एक ही जगह पे स्टोर करके रखा होगा कि वहां पे आग लगा दो, जल जार खत्म. हाँ बेटा, यूएस के डिसीजन मेकर्स कभी साथ में ट्रैवल नहीं करते. डू यू थिंक देयर बॉम्ब्स विल बी केप्ट टुगेदर? डू यू नो मेंबर्स ऑफ द रॉयल फैमिली ऑफ यूके आर नॉट अलाउड टू ट्रैवल इन द सेम व्हीकल. बॉम्ब से उड़ा दिया तो सारे एक साथ मरेंगे ना. प्रेसिडेंट एंड वाइस प्रेसिडेंट डोंट ट्रैवल टुगेदर. चलो, हु इज द फादर of the Indian nuclear program? It's Homi Bhabha. If you want to see some of the things, I think there's a series called Space Boy, Rocket Boys or something. Then there is another movie by the name Pokhran. सारे मसाला है, but कुछ तो डिटेल समझ में आएगा. Names समझ में. If you have never heard of Homi Bhabha, please watch Rocket Boys. Okay. BARC और भाभा एटॉमिक रिसर्च सेंटर का हेडक्वार्टर्स इज इन मुंबई. इट्स एट ट्रॉम्बे इन मुंबई. नवी मुंबई के बाजू में है. द फर्स्ट न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट ऑफ इंडिया वाज कंडक्टेड इन विच ईयर? 74. पोखरण में. ओके. इंडिया फर्स्ट न्यूक्लियर टेस्ट का कोड नेम क्या था? It was called the Smiling Buddha. So when the test was successful, the code message which was sent was Buddha is smiling. The Buddha is smiling. Huh? ताकि अगर कोई स्पाई करके ये मैसेज को सुने तो उनको समझ में ना आवे कि क्या बात चल रही है. कितना क्यूट मैसेज है. हाँ ठीक है. The reality was, it means we have successfully exploded a nuclear bomb. इसीलिए ऐसे क्यूटी थिंग रखते हैं ताकि ये सुनती हो, ये किसी की स्पाई हो, अरे हाँ नहीं क्या कुछ हाँ नहीं ये कोई खतरा नहीं है इसमें. Any such gulu things are basically dangerous. That was just his ambition. Okay. Where was India's first nuclear power plant established? At Tarapur. Tarapur जगह का नाम है और क्या है? क्या? Tarapur such a common name. I don't know which Tarapur they are referring to. Okay. UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization, has honored Kozhikode as India's first city of literature. IIM. Indian Institute of Management is at Kozhikode. Keralam.
हो गया, होने वाला है.
Proposal तो है. Okay. Now, so why is the status given and what happens when the status is given? Basically, it just helps to develop the city's cultural history and to develop literacy, because Kerala already leads the country in literacy rates. There's a difference between literacy and education. Literacy 100% का मतलब सिर्फ इतना है कि people can read and write in the basic thing. They can read and write their own name in a language. If that is achieved, that is considered being literate. That does not mean they are well educated. It only means that people can read and write. And The criteria is if more than 97% of the population can do that, they are considered fully literate. So fully literate does not mean हर बंदे को जाके लिखना पढ़ना आता है. If more than 97% of people can read and write in one language, the place is considered 100% literate. Okay. So Kozhikode, also Calicut, is on the coast of Kerala. And the claim to fame is this was the place where Vasco da Gama first came in 1498. And Kozhikode was also called the city of spices. And the martial art Kalaripayattu is also, you never heard of a martial art called Kalaripayattu? Kung Fu Karate सब सुना है? उन सब का बाप is Kalaripayattu, which is basically started from Kozhikode, Calcutta. One of the oldest martial arts in the world from India. तो विद्युत जमल बता रही है, Kalaripayattu बता रही है. हैं? लिखना नहीं है, फोटो पढ़ना है.
नहीं, मैंने लिखा you can continue and then I can. अरे नहीं आता.
अरे जो बोल रहा हूँ वो सुन लेना, फिर शांति से लिखो. जो बोल रहा हूँ वो नहीं सुनेगी, लेकिन लिखने में मंडी पड़ी रहेगी. हाँ? मेरी फोटो क्यों पढ़ रही है? Invasion of privacy. Okay. Srinagar is the 4th Indian city which is recognized as World Crafts City by the World Craft Council, Arts and Crafts. This is the 4th Indian city. So obvious question है, पहले तीन कौन से हैं? Jaipur, Malappuram and Mysore. India, Ahmedabad is heritage city by UNESCO. We are talking about World Craft City. So Jaipur, Malappuram and Mysore. After that now Srinagar. They are recognized as World Crafts City. Famous for arts and crafts, basically. Already Srinagar is designated as a creative city under UNESCO. This has already happened in 21, but now it has become a world crafts city. So which crafts are we talking about? Things like paper mache, walnut wood carving, carpets, Sozni embroidery, pashmina and kani shawls. These are some of the famous crafts for which now it has been recognized. Arts and crafts. I used to think Srinagar में जाएंगे ठंडक होगी, पहाड़े होंगे. Srinagar's weather is almost exactly like Ahmedabad. It is almost exactly like Ahmedabad. पहली बार जब मैं गया था मुझे लगा था यार ठंड होगी, मजा आएगा. वो अपना टिपिकल मेंटालिटी मूवी से जो बनता है कि वहां झीलों में सब तैरते होंगे, दिस एंड दैट. पहले यार अहमदाबाद इसमें कोई फर्क ही नहीं है. I was so disappointed. Winter में not everywhere. In certain areas yes, but overall ज्यादा फर्क नहीं है. Okay. चलो. Where is the UNESCO Natural World Heritage Site called Valley of Flowers located? Valley of Flowers बहुत सारी जगह पे है, इसलिए मैंने पूछा कि यूनेस्को के द्वारा नेचुरल वर्ल्ड हेरिटेज डेजिग्नेट किया हुआ वैली कहाँ पे है? But they are not UNESCO World Heritage Sites. The World Heritage Site is at Uttarakhand.
What is Ahmedabad?
Huh? World Heritage City, first World Heritage City. Valley of Flowers is just a site. The entire city, however, Ahmedabad is the first one. Okay. The Manas Wildlife Sanctuary. So World Heritage Sites पता होने चाहिए. तो तेरी बाजू वाली को मैं एडमिशन दे देता हूँ, तेरी बाजू में बैठी हो, ऐसा थोड़ी चलेगा. जो है वो है, बाजू वाला सेम सेम ना. एंड टेल दिस टू समवन फ्रॉम नॉर्थ ईस्ट, जिनको ऐसे ही लोग पता नहीं क्या क्या चीज बोलते हैं, डंडे लेके आएंगे. उनसे पहले तो मैं मारू डंडा. दैट्स बैड. आसाम में अरुणाचल एक ही है. इट्स लाइक सेइंग गुजरात राजस्थान एक ही है. ओके.
सही है. Like near ocean.
It's in Maharashtra.
Mumbai के साथ.
So Ajanta Caves is Maharashtra, Buddhist Sanchi Monument is MP, and Sun Temple is Konark. But Elephanta Caves is not Rajasthan; they are in Maharashtra.
Exactly कहाँ पे है महाराष्ट्र? मुंबई के आजू-बाजू.
Latitude and longitude सुनाऊंगा तो पता चलेगा.
सिटी का नाम कोई है?
औरंगाबाद related कुछ नहीं शायद. Ajanta Ellora Caves somewhere off Mumbai, Aurangabad. Okay, Fatehpur Sikri.
मध्य प्रदेश.
Is Uttar Pradesh. Fatehpur Sikri is near Agra. It's near Agra. UP. Huh? Beta, Fatehpur Sikri is near Agra. It's in UP. You may be thinking of something else. But Fatehpur Sikri is definitely UP. Huh? Fatehpur Sikri is a monument. It's a site. It's not an entire city. It's a location. Okay. The Sun Temple of Konark, which is a UNESCO Cultural Heritage Site, is in the state of Odisha. But in which other state is another famous Sun Temple? And which city? It's Modera in Gujarat. Where is the only Brahma temple in the world located? Which place? And that place is also famous for a festival. Which one? The camel festival is in Pushkar. Okay. The 10th International Day of Yoga was celebrated on 21st of June 2024 and the theme was Yoga for Self and Society. जिस दिन लोगों ने भर के सेल्फी डाले और बड़ौदा की आंटी ने डाला और उसपे केस भी हो गया.
क्या?
बड़ौदा के गोल्डन टेम्पल पे some influencer put her yoga poses and then उसपे शिरोमणि प्रबंधक गुरुद्वारा प्रबंधक कमेटी ने केस कर दिया. क्या होता है? अब कोई भी कहीं पे भी जाके कैसे भी फोटो निकालेगा तो केस तो होगा ही नहीं यार. मेंटेन सैंक्टिटी ऑफ सम प्लेसेस. जहां देखो सेल्फी डालनी है. हमें एक्सीडेंट होता होगा वहां पे भी लोगों के सेल्फी देखे हैं मैंने. Okay. Now 21st of June has been declared as the International Day of Yoga by United Nations in 2014. 10 साल पहले हो चुका है. 21st of June is now International Yoga Day. And as usual, US would be trying to get the patent on all yoga postures and India would be fighting it. Just like they tried to get a patent on turmeric and basmati chawal. इतने उन्होंने कोशिश किए हैं. हल्दी दूध पे उन्होंने पेटेंट लेने की कोशिश की है. बासमती चावल पे पेटेंट लेने की कोशिश की है. वो तो शुक्र है हमारे अच्छे लॉयर्स का फाइट किया. मैं तुमको आज पता चला, हमको तो दादी बरसों से बताते आ रही है. Okay. The first International Day was celebrated in 2015 with the theme Yoga for Harmony and Peace. Yoga karo, khush raho. My favorite आसन. शवासन. रोज 6-8 घंटे प्रैक्टिस करता हूं मैं. तुम्हारी भाषा में बुढ़ा हो चुका हूं. अभी तो नींद चाहिए. बेशर्म सही है बोल रही. Okay. In 2015, the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has recognized yoga as a sports discipline. It is now a recognized sport category. And it's not just regular sport, it's a priority category. Importance is given to it. So now, Shavasana practitioners, we can call ourselves as athletes.
Yes.
We are all athletes. And हम लोग sprint नहीं, हम लोग marathon करते हैं. Long-term sleeping करेंगे as athletes because the ministry says we are. In Korea, South Korea, there is a event, do nothing event. So how many hours can you spend doing nothing? 48 hours तक लोग बैठते हैं उसमें. तुम सब champion. But you cannot be sleeping, you cannot be playing on a mobile phone, you cannot be doing, you have to do nothing.
पर सोने के लिए कैसे?
Sleeping is an activity. You can't be sleeping. Huh? नहीं, it's an involuntary activity. Sleeping अगर allowed होता तो तुम लोग तो वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड तोड़ते.
So zone out.
हाँ, That's exactly. For how many hours can you do it?
I can read.
हाँ, देखते हैं 10 मिनट में आउट हो जाएगी तू. चलो. So योग सूत्र was given by Patanjali.
Wait.
Yoga Sutra is basically the book from which the yoga thing comes. So Patanjali ancient, not Ramdev Baba की Patanjali. Patanjali was the name of an ancient guru, जिनका नाम अभी वो बाबा यूज करता है अपने प्रोडक्ट्स के लिए. Okay. The word yoga itself means what? It means union. According to this, how many chakras? Okay. Something which you have already mentioned. On June 24th, the Kerala Assembly has passed a resolution asking the central government to change the name of the state from Kerala to Keralam. There was a similar motion a few years back to change the name of which state to what? State. Bangalore is not a state. They wanted to change the name of West Bengal to Paschim Banga. Do you know why?
Because they call it Mamata Banerjee.
No, because West Bengal ka W makes it the last in the list of states. If you name it Paschim Banga, उनका नाम आगे आ जाएगा. Second नहीं आएगा. B नहीं है. P से होगा ना. Paschim Banga, not Banga. One of the reasons given, we don't want to be the last.
So West Bengal
Technically, it hasn't happened. Ask that. नहीं, ये पूछ रही है उससे फर्क क्या पड़े. Ask that to the name of the students whose name start with A और वाइबा में उनका नाम पहले आता है, सबसे पहले उनको सबमिशन करना पड़ता है. हाँ, टेस्ट में उनका जब लिस्ट में नाम पहले उनको बैठना पड़ता है क्लास में.
सब में लास्ट हूँ मैं सब में लास्ट हूँ हर बार.
नाम लास्ट में भी नहीं होना चाहिए. योर नेम शुड बी समवेयर इन बिटवीन, ना पहले से ना पीछे से. ओके. नाउ it's not the first time. It's not the first time. It's the second time in this year that they have tried to do this. Unanimously state ने तो पास कर दिया है, लेकिन सेंटर पे भी तो होना चाहिए. दूसरी बार स्टेट ने यूनानिमसली बोला है हाँ नाम चेंज करो. हाँ? चीफ मिनिस्टर Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan is making this to match the word as it is in Malayalam. Kerala is not how the Malayali say it. Keralam is the name. So to go back to the cultural roots. For example, the name of the city is, everybody calls it Baroda. The original name is Vadodara, which has a meaning. Vadna Udarma je hoy. Vad is the banyan tree and Udar is the belly. Because the city is in the belly of the banyan trees. So Vadodara नाम है. बड़ौदा का मतलब क्या है? जिस शहर को अहमद राजा ने आबाद किया है, इस अहमदाबाद. अहमदाबाद का मीनिंग क्या है? ऑफिशियली इट इज अहमदाबाद का तो कोई मीनिंग नहीं है ना वर्ड का. ऑफिशियली इट इज अहमदाबाद. अहमद ने जिसको आबाद किया. या वर्ड के उधर में जो है Baroda is just because Angrez could not pronounce the word. So it's like that. So Keralam is the name in Malayalam. Kerala is because most people can't pronounce it properly. Mumbai is because it is named after Mumba Devi. Bombay because Angrez could not pronounce Mumbai. Now, to change it, Article 3 of the Constitution will be required. Any change in the name requires Article 3 of the Constitution. First part 1, Article 3 will be required. Okay. Now, in Kerala, boat races are a special feature of which festival? Bihu is Odisha side. Pongal is Tamil Nadu. Ugadi is Andhra and Telangana. Onam is Kerala. Huh? Bihu is either Assam or Odisha, but there are many common roots there. Okay, all of these are harvest festivals. When is मैंने दुनिया भर की चीजों को नहीं डाला है इसमें. When is Pongal celebrated? Same as Uttarayan, 14th Jan. Okay. The demand change of name of Ahmedabad, yes, but Ahmedabad का कर्णावती कब होगा भगवान ही जाने. There is a lot of demand to change the name of Ahmedabad to Karnavati. कुत्ते पे जब सस्सा आया तब बादशाह ने शहर बसाया is the legend based on which the city of Ahmedabad was created by Ahmed Pasha. The region may have been Karnavati, but the city literally was created by Ahmad Shah, and that is the legend. He saw a rabbit chasing a dog to protect its young ones, and जिस शहर में एक ससला भी इतना पावरफुल हो जाएगा कि वो वहां के लोग कितने पावरफुल होंगे. थैंक गॉड ही डिड नॉट से कि जो कुत्ता भी भाग जाता है सस्य को देख के वहां के लोग कितने डरपोक होंगे. आजकल की जनरेशन तो वो भी सोच सकती है. कुत्ते पे जब सस्सा आया तब बादशाह ने शहर बसाया. You don't know this line? That is the legend of Ahmedabad. Okay. Which spice brought Europeans to Kerala? Saffron is Kashmir. Huh? Hold on. मैं बता तो दूंगा मेस क्या होता है, बट बताने से भी तेरे को समझ में नहीं आएगा. डू यू नो व्हाट इज जावित्री? जायफल, जामफल नहीं, जायफल. घर पे जाके जावित्री या जायफल क्या होता है पूछो. एक राउंड बॉल जैसा होता है, बट हाँ क्या दैट इज मेस. सुपारी जैसी होती है बट इट्स नॉट द सेम. दिखने में सेम होता है. द अरेका नट एंड द मेस नट लुक द सेम. दे लुक द सेम. कलर मत पूछ, बट छोटा बॉल जैसा होता है. ओके मैडम बाद में देख लेंगे. ओके. विच इज द लार्जेस्ट शिपयार्ड इन इंडिया? हैज टू बी केरला. पूछा है तो केरला रिलेटेड ही होगा. But Wayanad is also in Kerala. But Wayanad is not a port. Where is Lothal and Alang? Where are Lothal and Alang? Lothal is in Gujarat. In fact, it is about 70 odd kilometers from Ahmedabad. What is Lothal famous for? And where is Alang? Alang is also in Gujarat near Bhavnagar. And what is Alang famous for? It has the largest shipbreaking yard of the world. Shipbreaking yard. Shipbreaking. Ships को खत्म होने के बाद तोड़ने के लिए एक जगह पे लाना पड़ता है. So the largest shipbreaking yard is at Alang. ये आपस में डिस्कशन चल रहा है, वो ठीक है, as long as it doesn't disturb my ears. Okay. The Hindu pilgrimage center of Sabrimala. Ayyappa. The Sabrimala temple was also in news couple of years back because of the controversy of whether females should be allowed. Females are not allowed in the Sabrimala temple.
It's only females, the age limit, like after 9 and
any female of the age of menstruation is not allowed.
Yeah.
Huh? Because Sabrimala temple, the entire argument was the Sabrimala temple is for Ayyappa Swami who is a bachelor. So, and it is a religious discrimination which can be made, was the argument of the lawyers. Anyway, Sabrimala temple is in a place called Patanamitta. क्या? भाई इंकी पिंकी पोंकी. वो तू प्रोनाउंस करके दिखा दे, नाम तो मान जाओ. अफगान नहीं है ये. अफगान पठान नहीं है ये. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I can pronounce the others. I can pronounce the first, second, and third. The first one is Tamraparani. Tamrai means, it's not tha, it's ta. It's Tamrai means lotus. The second is Dindigad. The third is Alappuzha. Yeah. Most young South Indians can't pronounce it. Forget non-South Indians. Okay. The sands in the beaches of Kerala contain thorium. Vibranium and Uru metal are found only in Marvel comics. The only real metals are uranium and thorium. Both are nuclear radioactive. And जिसने वो मार किया पता चल जाएगा कि ना वो मेटल्स जानता है ना मार्वल कॉमिक्स जानता है. Okay. Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks, was released from the UK prison on June 24th. WikiLeaks has been in news for over a decade now for release of confidential data. कई सारे countries का था, US being a major one. Yes, WikiLeaks was in news for almost a decade for releasing confidential documents which exposed the governments of major countries. He has been in prison for over a decade now. Okay. WikiLeaks basically is for transparency, and they became famous for disclosing confidential government and corporate documents. One of the largest whistleblowers in the world.
What's a whistleblower?
A person who reveals secret bad information about an organization, who exposes the organization, is basically a whistleblower. Huh? For people who feel democracy, transparency is all important, whistleblowing is good, but not for the person who's getting whistleblown. So many people believe Julian Assange to be a good person, but many governments believe him to be a sort of terrorist. अगर कोई आपके सीक्रेट लोगों को बताता है, would you like that person?
But अगर डेमोक्रेसी में हो,
तेरी सीक्रेट मैं किसी को बता रहा हूँ, do you like me? इसने पूरे कंट्रीज का पर्दाफाश किया है. Do you think countries would like him?
But गलत काम किया हो, then you have to bear the.
कौन सा गलत काम? Hold on. So my point is, किस चीज को आपने गलत काम कहा?
Whatever is wrong against the.
मर्डर कर दिया, आपको वो बताया, आप वो बता दो, आपने सही किया, लेकिन अगर कुछ और है तो.
कंट्री में अगर एक लॉ है जो कहता है कि you cannot reveal the secret documents of the country. Now the secret document may contain things which the country has done wrong, but the country also has a law which says that you cannot reveal the document, and you reveal the document. तो गद्दारी का चार्ज तो, ट्रीजन का चार्ज तो लगेगा ही आप पे. There is a law of anti-treason, and last time देखा था हमने देशद्रोह. Last time the new term which has been included, देशद्रोह. दूसरी कंट्री का लोग रिवील करते तो तुम बोलोगे इज अ विसल ब्लोअर, खुद की कंट्री का बोलोगे तो गद्दार. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन आप कौन सी कंट्री के हो, राइट? एक कंट्री के लिए जो गद्दार होता है वो दूसरी कंट्री के लिए है विसल ब्लोअर. एक
इधर का सब लेके उधर चला जाए, उधर जाके बोले तो
अब बोलो चैंपियन या गद्दार
नहीं. पर फिर मतलब फिर तो उसको सजा कैसे मिलेगी?
If two countries have extradition treaty amongst them,
यूके में जाके बोल दिया तो यूके में तो कुछ नहीं होगा ना?
If there is an extradition treaty between the two countries, then you go to a country which has an extradition treaty with you. That country can catch you and send you back to your original country. और उसने उस कंट्री में किया है, मेरी कंट्री में आके मेरी कंट्री का किया तो गारंटी है कई बहुत. If you follow Julian Assange's story, what he did was, which documents he leaked? US military action in Afghanistan and Iraq के डॉक्यूमेंट्स उसने रिलीज किए थे. पंगा यूएस के साथ लिया है बेटा. अब बोलो कौन सा कंट्री उसको जाके बोलेगा कि नहीं हम तो को शरण देते हैं. यूएस के साथ पंगा लेना है तेरे को?
यूके तो ले सकता है.
यूके आज इंडिया के साथ पंगे लेने के पोजीशन में नहीं है.
आज नहीं.
यूके की इज यूके वन ऑफ द न्यूक्लियर कंट्रीज?
यस.
बेटा 9 कंट्री के नाम लिखवाए मैंने. यूके हम जितना भी बड़ा माने, मान के चलो यूके इज नॉट इवन अ टुडे इजराइल एंड नॉर्थ कोरिया एंड पाकिस्तान हैव ग्रेटर औकात देन यूके इफ इट कम्स टू वॉर.
तो मान लो
यूके का पास्ट ग्लोरी के अलावा कुछ नहीं है. पास्ट में दे माइट बी द ग्रेटेस्ट एम्पायर, अभी औकात कुछ नहीं है. अबे यूके का प्राइम मिनिस्टर इंडिया का दामाद है.
कौन है?
when WikiLeaks revealed the documents of US had a severe credibility problem with a lot of countries. And now you can understand why Julian Assange is one of the most wanted in US. मेरी कंट्री का रिश्ता दूसरे कंट्रीज के साथ तुमने पंगे में डाल दिया.
तो अभी कहाँ पे है?
यूके प्रिजन.
यूएस का जो था तो उसको यूके में क्यों?
वो भाग गया.
तो
लेकिन
मैंने
मैंने ट्रीटी का क्या बोला? इफ यू हैव अ ट्रीटी विद अदर कंट्री then the other country can actually take legal action against you.
यूएस में भेजेंगे, यूके में क्यों?
उसको यूके में रखा. हाँ क्या न्यूक्लियर कंट्री मैंने लिखवाया है 9 कंट्रीज, उसमें यूके लिखवाया मैंने तो लिखवाया है. हाँ तो तुमको याद रखने का, मेरे को थोड़ी याद रखने, मेरा काम है लिखवाना. मैंने तो क्वेश्चन किया और ये खुद ही डाउट करी. यानी अभी तेरे को विकिपीडिया देखना पड़ा, नोट्स नहीं बनाए तूने. तो फिर क्या तूने कहा से यूके है? तो मेरे को अब तो मेरे को खुद के डॉक्यूमेंट पे और सबने मना भी किया, सब फेल. यूके नहीं लिखा था, सब इसकी वजह, सब इसकी वजह. इससे कॉपी मार रहा था मैं आंसर. और ओके, यूनाइटेड नेशंस led by Secretary General Antonio Guterres has introduced something called Global Principle for Information Integrity, because now the greatest problem is, other than nuclear, is digital information, not free speech, but information. And information किसी भी बड़ा misinformation is a problem. So now they have created something called Global Principles for Information Integrity, which is to tackle misinformation, disinformation, and hate speech. हैं? क्या हेट स्पीच कर रही है या डिसइंफॉर्मेशन फैला रही है मेरे क्लास में? कि मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन दे रही है पीछे वाली को? क्या डिसइंफॉर्मेशन दे रही है? हैं? यूके के बारे में डिसइंफॉर्मेशन किया या मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन किया हमने? व्हाट इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन दीज टर्म्स? Let's technically see the difference. Misinformation is false or inaccurate. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres, Global Principle Information Integrity. Now, when false or inaccurate information is spread without malicious intent, a person shares outdated news about natural disaster or something thinking it is current. So what I did was misinformation. Deliberately spreading false information with the intention to deceive is disinformation. And hate speech is any information for inciting violence or prejudicial action. So purposely they are trying to spread hate is hate speech. Purposely trying to cheat is a disinformation. Innocently spreading wrong news is misinformation. Got the 3 things and the difference between them?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, ISRO, although a scientific organization, also has a business arm called NSIL, the New Space India Limited. हाँ, कमर्शियल फ्लाइट्स करने वाले हैं, स्पेस लॉन्चेस एंड स्टफ.
स्पेस के
People have already commercially gone to space. You pay money, you can do space tourism now. People have already started space tourism. नहीं पता था? ले. Not just levitating. Go to space and come back. Levitation is within Earth. Huh? Dennis Teat. Okay. Now, lack of information, तो एक और नया information दे रहा हूँ. There is a concept called space tourism where you can actually pay money and go to space. The name of the first space tourist, Dennis Tito. Neil Armstrong was not a tourist. Neil Armstrong was sent by the government to space. But as a tourist, you can buy a ticket and go to space. And Dennis Tito was the first person who has actually done it. I don't know that. Because जो पहले तीन गए थे, Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin and Michael Collins, where Michael Collins did not step on the moon. Okay. So New Space India Limited will do the first commercial launch. That means private companies can actually buy a ticket and send their satellites. Till now, all the things were done for governmental organizations. But its first commercial launch where it will be paid to send stuff. So the name of the satellite which will be sent is Optimus, which is made by Space Machines Company from Australia. Till now, whatever we have been doing was for governmental organizations, but first time commercially we are sending. That means we are actually getting paid to send somebody's stuff in space. So धंधो चे धंधो. Okay. So where is the headquarters of ISRO? It's in Bangalore. Who is the owner of the Indian Space Research Organization? Is Department of Space. What is the full form of PSLV? It's a Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. And what is GSLV? Geostationary Satellite Launch Vehicle. Who's the father of the Indian space program? As Gujaratis and proud Ahmedabadis sitting next to Sarabhai Center, which is less than a few hundred meters from here, we should know it is Vikram Sarabhai. Do you know why our area satellite? Hold on. Ahmedabad mein there is an area called satellite. I hope you know why satellite is called satellite. Because our space application center and all these places are there. Satellite area को satellite इसलिए कहा जाता है. हाँ.
इसकी पोती साराभाई इसकी फ्रेंड है.
Maya Sarabhai, she is the granddaughter of the.
Maya Sarabhai.
इसकी फ्रेंड है.
As in Sarabhai versus Sarabhai वाली Maya Sarabhai.
ये इसकी साराभाई.
मल्लिका साराभाई की बेटी.
Yeah.
हाँ.
Yeah, and Maya Sarabhai.
Vikram Sarabhai is not ancient zamana. They are very much now there. Vikram Sarabhai. When we say we take these names, we think of them के 500 साल पहले. Their daughters and descendants are right here. Yeah. Mallika Sarabhai and all the Sarabhais. Yeah, yes. Anyway, first satellite Aryabhat. चलो. हाँ? छोटे छोटे.
Easy.
Bannerghatta Biological Park. Because it's in Bangalore. Bannerghatta National Park is in Bangalore, Karnataka. And the famous institute which is in Bannerghatta, IIM Bangalore. Huh? Leopard. IIM Bangalore is in Bannerghatta, close to Bannerghatta National Park. Okay. Bharat Center for Olympic Research and Education. And now the Olympics are coming, so any Olympic related news is important. Gandhinagar.
क्या गांधीनगर?
Good morning, Ben. क्या गांधीनगर? Bharat Center of Olympic Research and Education. Which union territory has become the first administrative unit to achieve full functional literacy under Ullas Navbharat Saksharta Karyakram? लद्दाख. कल ही पढ़ा था, कलिच पढ़ा था, गलत पढ़ा था, मिस इन्फॉर्मेशन हो गया तेरे साथ. हाँ? हाँ? With the intention to cheat हुआ है कि with the intention to with no wrong intention? Which state government has approved establishment of at least one Prime Minister College of Excellence in all districts of the state under the National Education Policy? Madhya Pradesh, MP. What is the theme of International Olympics 2024 Day?
Moving forward, United United.
Let's move and celebrate. यार ओलंपिक्स रिलेटेड तो इट्स ऑलमोस्ट अज्यूम के कुछ ना कुछ तो आएगा ही आएगा. प्लीज डू इट.
तो लोग वहाँ की रिवर्स को गंदी कर रहे हैं क्योंकि उनको ऐसा कि गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत ज्यादा पैसा उनको ठीक करने में लगाया है और वेलफेयर में नहीं लगाया है. तो वहाँ के जो स्विमिंग होने वाला है ना तो गंदा कर रहे हैं.
इनफैक्ट बिग कंप्लेन उससे भी पहले आया था कि मच्छर बहुत है वहाँ पे. एंड एक थोड़ी adult type bath, they are trying in the Olympic village, they are trying to set up beds which cannot take more than one person's weight for obvious reasons. The sale of prophylactics is the highest in the Olympic village. Nalanda University is in which state? Yeah, last time ही देखा था बिहार में. बिहार में. हाँ? ये लास्ट टाइम देखा था. फर्स्ट साउथ ईस्ट एशियन कंट्री टू रिकॉग्नाइज थाईलैंड. Which country announced plans to implement world's first carbon tax on livestock emission? You understand what is meant by carbon tax on livestock emissions? Livestock is cattle, गाय भैंस. Emissions means गाय भैंस जो गैस छोड़ते हैं.
India.
So basically a tax on fart. Denmark. Basically they have too much of cattle farting. अबे कम छोले चावल राजमा चावल खिलाया करो, ऑटोमेटिकली कम हो जाएगा.
कैटल्स को खिलाएंगे.
The Vikramaditya Vedic clock in which city? Because Raja Vikramaditya was associated with the city of Ujjain. Okay. Which state became the first state to declare man-animal conflict as a state-specific disaster? If I tell you which animal, would you be able to guess? Let's see. Elephants. Who's the new president of the Paralympic Committee of India? You know what is Paralympics? Olympics for the disabled are called the Paralympics. How many versions of Olympics exist? 3. The regular ones are called Summer Olympics, you have the Winter Olympics, and you have the Paralympics.
Winter में.
That's called the Paralympics.
Winter में खेलेंगे.
Winter sports like skiing, cross country slaloming. So winter snow ice sports are Winter Olympics. So the new president of Paralympic Committee is Devendra Jajaria. Okay. लिख लेना बेटर है. टाइम पास कर रही है जनता, फिर एग्जाम में आएगा और पता कल ही पढ़ा था लेकिन आज पता नहीं. Which countries hosted the third summit for democracy?
नहीं साउथ
India. South India.
उधर तो एआई समिट भी है ना।
एक जगह पे एक से ज्यादा समिट हो सकते हैं।
नहीं
आई हैव नो आइडिया।
आपने ही दिया था क्लास के
मैंने दिया होगा तो दिया होगा। जैसे अभी क्लास में पढ़ा है यूके है और खुद ही याद नहीं था कि यूके में न्यूक्लियर पावर है।
छोटे में निकला था मतलब हिंडिंग छोटे में।
चलो, which ministry has recently announced guidelines for betting and gambling platforms? Information and broadcasting.
इसके लिए तो हर स्टेट के अलग
क्या?
इसके लिए हर स्टेट के अलग पॉलिसी है तो सेंटर
Because it's not a policy, it's a guideline. There's a difference between a law and a guideline. Guideline is करो तो अच्छा है, ना करो तो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. So they have issued guidelines for it. But yes, every state has a different policy for betting and gambling. Like lottery tickets are legal in certain states, but not in Gujarat. गुजरात में lottery tickets नहीं बिकते. हाँ? Because it's betting. Gambling casinos. Okay. The government of India is establishing new atomic clocks at which places? Bhubaneswar, Jaipur, and Hyderabad.
What do you mean by that?
Atomic clocks are precision clocks which can measure time in up to, I think, nanoseconds or something. Very, very accurate clocks, which is based on atomic technology. अपने तो 5 मिनट 10 मिनट में भी फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, but for a lot of things, seconds के भी milli, micro, nanoseconds are important. So for that, you need very precise clocks called atomic clocks.
एग्जांपल शादी करने के समय इसी रंग पे
बड़ा पता है बहन. चलो, we'll stop here.